all of it made. A specific purpose.
Welcome to Beauty and the Beast, where we create a safe haven for Black men to engage in deep conversations and share their journeys in a judgment-free space.
In each episode, we dive into topics that matter. This is a space where your story is valued, your voice is heard, and your journey is shared with others who, like you, may feel alone in the world. Let's break the myth that Black men are beasts.
Welcome to Beauty and the Beast. Let's start the conversation. One of the things that really helped me to understand the level of our relationship and the level of intimacy in our relationship was one day we were just doing our regular check-in. And he stopped me and he was like, dude, you don't understand the impact that you have had on my life. You saved my life. And he just broke down crying. And I'd never had that experience in my life. Like where another man breaking down to another man and telling him how much of an impact you've had on his life. And I was just like, I didn't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
I was like,
when I got the Google job.
Yeah.
It was after I got the Google job.
Yeah.
Because it was such an arc from when we met and I was struggling at one corporate place and struggling in my marriage, going through a separation, going through therapy and couples counseling, reconnecting with my wife, us deciding to, yes, let's go ahead and do this thing and make marriage 2.0, leaving that job that I felt
2.0?
Marriage 2.0.
Marriage 2.0.
What he likes to call it.
Yeah. Leaving this job that I felt I was trapped in and then ascending to a better position at Google under his counsel. I was like, bruh, I'm forever in your debt. Like you my brother forever.
Yeah. You know, when he was crying, y'all was on the phone or what?
We were on video.
Video.
Yeah, it was a video conference.
Yeah.
Did you look in his eyes when he was crying? Because you know, so he was a man law. You know, man crying. All
right, we're gonna start this thing. We rolling. So
okay, I'm just saying.
We already rolling. So
we
wanted to roll right into it. So as you can hear, we're having a great conversation already. So we want to go ahead and dive in. And traditionally, the way we like to start this is you know, so I don't know you intimately. Well, definitely not crying in your eye, looking in your eyes, crying. So one, what I've come to know about you and the little bit of research that I was able to do, right, is that you are a father, you are a husband, you are entertainer, if you will, you are a purveyor of wisdom, which I have come to appreciate. And you've had an interesting past. What in your past has set you on the path you are on today?
Everything. Man, I was thinking about this the other day. It was hilarious. And thank you, bro, for having me on the show.
Thank you for being here, by the way. I didn't even say that. Thank you.
Man, I'm honored to be here. Yeah. But I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, you know, what would I change? Man, nothing. Even the worst stuff, bro, all of it, you can't like just pick out one thing. I can't. But all of it made me into this version that I am, the saint and the savage. Both of them.
Yeah.
Everything I went through, bro. The divorce.
And the beast.
Come on, man. See that? I should have said that. Beep, beep, beep. Take it again. Take it again. The beauty and the beast.
Yeah.
Right? Well, if they edit that one, that's going to be dope. But, and I know that sounds like a cute answer, but all of it, bro. Honestly. I mean, I could see moments where I created something because of this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Or I did something or didn't do something because of this moment.
Yeah.
But no, all of it, man, helped me become this version.
Yeah, I connect with that because it took me a while to get to that place, first off, right? And it took me, to go back to our earlier conversation, to get to a place of true self-love. I think if afforded the opportunity, I wouldn't change what happened to me, but I might change how I've hurt other people.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's a good one.
Yeah.
But even with that,
Yeah.
you learned the resolve
Yes.
of people
Yeah.
when you showed them the other side of you and they stayed.
Yeah.
Or they made a request to you to adjust something.
Yeah.
And then you learned who wasn't with you, bro. And when I got divorced that first time and people bounced,
Yeah.
you couldn't have told me that they would have bounced.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever been through it, I mean, divorce is crazy.
Yeah.
But they pick sides. And even some of your boys that you thought was your boys, they are married to her friends.
Sure.
And they ain't about to, they're not about to
blow up
ditch.
their spot for you.
No.
Right.
Hell no. So, I mean, it was tough. It was very, very lonely. But even with that, man, I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Some people spent the block and some didn't.
Yeah.
So let's start from the beginning. Where are you from?
A place called Currituck, North Carolina. I was born in Norfolk, Virginia. My parents stayed there for a year, moved to North Carolina, a place called Currituck. It's near Nags Head, Kill Devil Hills. You heard about that?
I've heard Nags Hill,
Yeah.
So we lived down there and spent most of my life there. Went to college at Elizabeth City State University, which is, 30 miles down the street. And country boy, man. Grew up around church, family. Yeah, church, family. Was a virgin. Green as they can. But we were raised singing. We traveled regionally and locally singing. It was a four group,
that bass in your
group.
voice.
I was actually the lead singer.
Oh, okay.
Eddie King Jr.
Okay.
Then nobody came to see Otis, but I was Eddie King Jr. So we sang, and then I just kind of got in front of people at a very early age, and so, up till 16, got into the ministry, got married at 21. Whoop-de whoop whoop. So that's my life.
That's your life. So you got into ministry at a young age, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what does that look like? What does that calling on your life look like? Like, how did you know, like, this is me, I need to get into this?
When you're raised in the church, bro, you aspire to be the best person that you can be for God. And so for me, the only real ascension based on the gifts that I had was to the ministry. But I wasn't really trying to press it like that. But eventually, man, you can't not hear God's voice. And you hear it from him or you hear it through people. And so I did my initial sermon at 17 years old. I was an ordained minister at 20. And so I could do funerals and weddings and all that kind of stuff. Then I'm 20 years old. Virgin now. But the weird part is you couldn't tell me what I didn't know.
Right.
I knew everything. Maybe if I didn't know everything, I knew most of it and hadn't gone through nothing.
Right.
So when you getting on your kids, your teenagers, they in that same space.
They think they know
definitely
They know it all.
So
I definitely knew everything at 21.
At what point did you realize that you didn't know everything?
Life started lifing. I moved to Atlanta, got married. I was there for 2 weeks in Bankhead, Georgia. Somebody's aunt, somebody had an aunt that was there. Moved in with her, intern at the EPA. And I'm like, boy, this is different. Atlanta is different.
Still in ministry at the time.
Yeah. I still am in ministry.
Okay.
It just looks different now, but we can get into that if you like. But I wouldn't prepare for that. I was a country boy. I got married to who fit me at the time. I wasn't aware. I wasn't aware. Now, you gentlemen are not going to unearth nothing that's going to cause me to get back.
You feel the energy?
I saw the look in his eyes. He was like, tell me. Nope. But I mean, I give it to you, man. But I learned just that life will beat you up, bro.
Yeah.
You're going to make some decisions that you think are good at the moment. And then you're going to make some decisions that you know ain't good.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
And just hope you can get away with it. And you know what's funny? Most of those I did.
Yeah.
Most of those decisions I did. But it was the ones that I said, I'm going to do this because it's the right way to go. And those are the ones that tend to have bit me in the butt. Because it was just what it was.
So clearly there's some life experience in there that really taught you some hard lessons, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What was the biggest dichotomy between where you grew up and where you were at that time?
In Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
Black people?
Mm.
Man, where I was from, it's almost like white is right.
Mm.
If you want to be in radio, sound like a white man.
Yeah.
Mixed 92.9. You can't have no ethnicity in your voice, no regionalism in your voice.
Yeah.
So as I got older and then I started getting with agents, they said, we want a black voice. The weirdest part was I'm a black man. I'm a whole black man.
Yeah.
But I ain't sound like no black man. And I didn't know how to make myself sound like a black man.
Wow.
So a lot of the roles that required a black man, I ain't get because he don't sound like a black man.
Huh.
That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But the black successful people that was here, I ain't never seen that much power and authority
Right.
in the buildings. And as you're driving on the interstate, man, you got all these people in these Lexuses and BMWs and Bentleys and what have you. It was a lot for me. My mind could never conceive that black people was doing it like that. Straight up.
Mm.
And so I always knew in North Carolina I was different.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I not in an arrogant way, but I was different. I'm not like y'all. So, but to be in this space and to see all of this, like I'm not the big fish in the pond no more.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm in an ocean.
Yeah.
And I'm a minnow. It was the possibility, man. I was overwhelmed, and that's why Atlanta will always be my home.
So what does that overwhelm look like? And I'm talking from an emotional standpoint. Like, are you paralyzed at any point and then you move, or are you like, nah, I got to go get mine?
It can be paralyzing, bro, but I think I'm just built different in the sense that I live by faith so strongly that I don't have to see it all the way through. If I know that the direction I'm going is right, I roll with it. And I just trust God for the rest.
Right. Faith not by sight.
Yeah.
You ain't funny.
But it's the truth. You say it was funny?
No, I would say you ain't funny. Remember talking about my mission in life?
Yeah.
I basically say that my mission in life, and this is a recent discovery of mine, probably 2 months, is that my mission in life is to help men to see the light and walk by faith and not by sight.
You're trying to rhyme?
No, I'm not.
You realize it's a rhyme.
I'm not trying to rhyme. I'm not trying to rhyme. I'm being dead ass serious.
I'm just saying because you rhyme all the time.
Yeah, okay. But no, I'm saying like, but so he knows that, and he wanted to pull that out.
Yeah.
And it's funny that we're having this conversation. We're having this God conversation because that is something that I am really I am comfortable in it now and having a conversation about God in everyday life versus it being this thing that just sits in a corner, right? Like we were on a trip. It was a fellas trip last week and we had conversations about God. Now,
Where y'all go?
Columbia.
Columbia,
Cartagena.
South Carolina? Oh,
Cartagena.
Cool. Gotcha. All
Yeah,
right.
Cartagena. He was like, wait, what? South Carolina for a fellas trip? Like, that don't even sound about like right, but no.
It's all right. God is good.
Yeah.
All the time.
all the time. So anyway, my point in all of that is to say that I'm now more comfortable saying, well, this is a conversation about God, and we're just gonna have that conversation. Now we're gonna go off and just do life. Like,
So you weren't raised in church?
oh, absolutely was. My grandfather was a minister. But I've also been exposed to a lot of religions over the years, right? And my grandfather was a Methodist minister in Turks and Caicos. My mother's from the Turks and Caicos, and I always grew up in church. But I would go to Episcopal, I'd go to Catholic, I've even gone to Pentecostal church. Like you name it, I've seen it from a. Because it was interesting that what I saw in the Caribbean, how they carried church on.
Yeah, that's how they church over there.
It was quite interesting. So that's why I said it that way. I had a flashback, basically, is what happened.
Yeah,
but so I'm the heathen on the couch, basically. I'm the heathen on the couch. Is what I'm saying.
Are you in raised in church?
I was in and out of church periodically, but never for any consistent period of time. Yeah. And then as I got older and started on my journey of learning God for myself, I studied different religions just to understand what different people had to say about the Creator. And so that's the space that I sit in now. Like I have reverence for, the Christian church and every other faith of whatever their relationship is. And I've formed my own based upon different tenets that I've pulled from different faiths.
Gotcha. All right.
I thought you were going to pull on that thread a little bit.
Nope, because I get it. I mean, I get it. I don't really like. I don't think I'm that person where I'm here to tell a person, that they're wrong, or I'm gonna try to adjust what's working for them.
Right.
But if you're ever in a place where you want to see what something else looks like, you don't really need my words anyway. If you look at my life and say, "Hey, I want to be a part of that," that's when I'm gonna put that pressure on you.
Yeah.
But outside of that, if it's working for you, man, be great. That's
Absolutely.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Unless you're telling me you're a Satanist, now that's a whole different situation.
I wouldn't be rolling anybody like that, so that ain't happening.
That you know of.
That when you never lied about that. You ain't never lied about that. So let's advance your upbringing, right?
Yeah.
So you get to Atlanta, right, and you have this cultural awakening, I guess is what we will call it, right? What does that look like, and what's the next step in your life emotionally as it relates to saying, well, I'm about to do this?
Man, learning how to do life without doing church. And church was everything for me. It was everything. Every decision that I made was in line with the ministry. Every move that I made, it was like, how is the ministry or how is God going to be glorified in this? And I don't think I really moved away from that. But it was the messages that I learned about God along the way that needed some adjusting, because some of those messages were not in alignment with what I was seeing, even then from the pulpit. Oh, you want some stories? I can give you some stories there, but I got to fudge it a little bit because, some people would be indicted pretty bad. But
okay, well, I have to tell the story then.
Yeah, it was the truth, man. I mean, different people, different men, women of God.
Oh, how they move in and out of the church, basically. I
was traveling with him. Man, I'm outside of the a hotel room, sitting on the curb while he's in there, wearing this, blowing the back out of, Sister So-and-so.
Right.
And the weirdest part, bro, is that he went to the revival that night. This Negro preached. I ain't never heard nobody preach before.
Yeah.
And he was giving words of prophecy to people. This man got healed at the church, the whole nine. And it was then I made a decision. I'm like, maybe God let some people get away with some foolishness. You get on a certain level where you can get away with it. Because I had no answers for it. I didn't understand about the humanity, and I didn't understand how to compartmentalize that.
Right.
I feel like if you're that right and you're that powerful and you're that potent, then apparently you're doing something that's making God happy across the board.
Right.
Even, in room 307.
Right.
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 It took a minute, but I just knew that for me, I needed to experience a different level of God. Man, I didn't listen to R&B music, bro. I didn't really do no dancing. I didn't really like a lot of that. So I had to learn to grow up. I was at EPA with a purple suit on because it made sense to be in corporate America with a purple suit on.
Nice.
There you go. And so, I didn't know no different. I was church country kid.
Right.
And they said, hey, man.
Hey, Barney.
He said, yeah, right. He said, hey, man, we're going to take you to Magic City tonight, bro. You down?
Yeah.
I said, Magic City? What is that?
What is that?
I said, well, they do like tricks and stuff in there? He's like, yeah, pretty much. yeah, a lot of tricks.
Spot on.
Yep. And I just had to learn a different way of being, a different mindset of thinking. And it took a lot of my judgmental nature off. Oh, I was judgmental as a mug.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you.
Yeah. I love where you're taking us, and what comes up for me is the curiosity around. You went from one extreme to the Atlanta extreme, and from what you've shared so far, it doesn't seem like you just threw all this away, right?
No.
Or strayed too far from it. Like, how were you able to stay grounded in this with the allure of all of this newness, all of this spectacularness, all this magic?
The magic.
Right?
Because, man, it was, I really have a relationship with God.
Yeah.
It ain't like, what maybe some other people, but I got a relationship with God. Like, I actually fear him. Like, I really care about what he thinks.
Right.
And I used to be just afraid of him. But when I learned about grace, learned about how much he loves me, then when I had a son, oh, brother, you don't know. There's perspectives that you get that you don't know when you don't have children.
Right.
Or when you don't have a wife. Oh, man. And I looked at my kid, I'm like, what could you do that would make me say, I want you to die.
Yeah.
I want to send you to hell. Like all the things that we subscribe to God.
Yep. Yep.
What could he do? Nothing. My mind started changing, bro.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that was in the church, man, they ain't really like it. Because you're being worldly now. You listen to R&B, Keith? That's my name. Keith, you listen to R&B? Oh, you got your voice on them secular concerts? Yep. And I live with a little shame, a little guilt. But, I kept on going, and they kept on asking for money.
Say more about that shame and that guilt.
Yes.
Well, the shame and guilt that you're supposed to do everything to please God. And I believe that, but I didn't think about it from the perspective of in like marketplace ministry. My gift is solely for God.
Yeah. I'm
gonna sing a gospel song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a VO, it's gonna be for Bibles and
Right.
something gospel-y, And I grew out of it, bro.
That it's funny because that's what I struggled with for a long time.
Which part?
What we're talking about right now is like, so you asked the question, you didn't grow up in the church, right? So we talked about modeling in another episode. Modeling for me in the religious world was that. Like everything you do has to be aligned with this thing. You walk this narrow path and that narrow path only.
Yeah.
And anything outside of that path is not of God, right? And that was the modeling that was set for me. So for a long time, I'm like, well, I mean, if that's what it is, it's not that I don't believe in God. It's just like, well, I'm not doing this religion thing then.
Yeah.
Right. And I've walked that for a long time. And what I've arrived at now is that my gifts are of God. And if I use them in accordance with that, it pleases him. Now, what does that look like in terms of using my gift? This is my gift. This platform is my gift, right? Having the discernment to have these conversations, that's my gift because I want to normalize and we want to normalize these kinds of conversations in the emotional journey of men and Black men in particular. So that's where I was saying. So it's interesting that we're having this conversation right now because that is something that took me a long time to arrive at the place where I'm like, I'm going to walk my path.
What broke you out of it?
Challenges in life, brother. Life be lifing.
Life be lifing, yeah.
Life be lifing, right? I mean, that's really it at the end of the day. It's like, it's being challenged in life and having to question things that you think you know.
Bro, that's a whole nother conversation. Because we know what we know. We have no idea what we don't know.
Right.
Like we know what we know. We know what we don't know.
Right.
But we don't know what we don't know.
If
that makes sense to you?
If we put what we know into a book, we may be able to create a few books. But what we don't know is an infinite amount of volumes.
Yes.
Well, it ain't even just so you know you don't know unless you do know neurospinal neuropathy.
Right,
I don't know if
right,
that's even
right,
thing.
right.
You know you
Whatever.
don't know that.
Yes.
So tell me something that you don't know that you don't know.
You can't.
You can't.
It's impossible,
It's
right?
impossible.
Right.
So I mean, it's like that's the space
Yes.
where all the possibility lies.
Yes.
And what we
Yes.
do is we stay stuck in this place of standing on business about what we know.
Yes.
Bro,
Yes.
you don't know, bro. You don't know
shit.
what you don't know that you don't know is the cure for cancer, which probably is already out there. But
Right,
let's just
right,
say
right.
The cure for AIDS, cars that, operate off of water. It's always some stuff. So I live in that space of possibility.
Mm-hmm.
If you asking me what was the thing that made me really move when I was that faith in the possibility that any given day, something, some conversation, some opportunity is going to arise that's going to put me in the place where I'm supposed to be. So the only thing I got to do is just try to live a life that is submitted enough that when that opportunity comes, I don't F it up because I'm out here trying to be something that I'm not. Bro, I'm going to be as authentic as I possibly can. And you or whoever may not like that. But guess what? This ain't your life.
And to me, that is how I strive to serve the Creator. By being as authentic as possible, because that is how the Creator made me.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1,000%.
So you get a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
What is that like? What does that do to you emotionally, and how does that impact your relationship?
Death, bro.
Mm.
It's death.
Mm.
Divorce is death. And it's a death that's got to be grieved properly. Because you don't grieve it properly, man. You just stretch that thing out too long.
Yeah.
Had to deal with my shame. Had to deal with the kids that I left. And it was a complicated situation in and of itself. And divorce, man, no matter who's at fault,
Rough as shit.
it's rough for everybody.
Yeah.
You been through it?
Yeah.
You?
No.
You're one of the fortunate ones.
Oh, trust me, I know. About to be 25 years in the game in February.
Good for you. Humble flex, I see.
Yeah.
No, that was what you saw was all the shit it took to get to 25 years. That wasn't a humble flex. We talked about this before on the earlier podcast. It was like, we had our hard times and we talked about divorce. So no, but I'm happy to have not gone through it.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, man, I got married at 21, and some people can make it, but I offer no excuses, although I just gave one. Marriage is tough, and when you break up from one, now you don't really know who you are. You know who you are as a husband. It's most men.
Mm-hmm.
I know who I am as a husband. I know who I am as an employee. I know who I am as a father.
Mm-hmm.
I know who I am as a friend. But knowing me, like, who am I? Oh, take away all of the job titles. Who are you?
Right.
And that I didn't know. I didn't really know what side of the bed I actually like to sleep on. You know why? Because I always gave her that side of the bed that she wanted.
And to the conversation we were having earlier, you don't even know typically what makes you happy.
Bro, what's my favorite color? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
She liked, whatever the color was. I just wanted what she liked.
Right.
But then trying to be in that space of, like, this is me, what I want to know. Like, what do I want to know about me? Bro, you don't even know how to answer that question.
Yeah.
Think about it. You don't know how to answer that question.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is I know I wanted to be happy. But what does that look like?
What makes you happy?
It's very low-hanging fruit out there that can make you happy.
Mm-hmm.
Insert the place where the magicians
Absolutely.
reside.
Absolutely. Abracadabra.
But that's fleeting.
Well, depending on how much, it's levels to this. It's levels to it. But yeah, it is very fleeting and it doesn't offer anything. Ultimately, man, what I learned was that a lot of ways that I showed up was ways that I just wanted to be loved. I didn't feel like I could be loved without offering anything. If I don't give nothing, I don't deserve love. But that's childhood shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about marriage. We've been talking about what it looks like to be loved. Like and subscribe on YouTube. You can also find us on IG at Beauty and the Beast 2025, same on TikTok.
Work hits different when you've been grinding for years and still feel like your goals are out of reach. You've persevered, you've been successful, but something is still blocking your growth. At Authenticity Unleashed Coaching, I help leaders untangle what's internal so they can move forward with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Follow me on socials, book your free discovery session, and when you're ready to embrace change, use the code BITB2025 to get half off your first coaching session. Let's unleash your authentic self together.
So we just finished talking about marriage, talking about what that looks like for us, talking about actually where I want to go next. And this is, because I love your platform that you have. I've watched several of your snippets that you have on IG.
Thank you.
And so with that, I would love to get your take on what does a successful marriage look like for a Black man?
We both side on that.
Bro, I guess depending on your definition of success, but let me say it like this. I think you will find success when you have two whole people coming together to create something unique. All right. So you got water. Water is 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen. Hydrogen is not oxygen.
Right.
So they both come together and it creates something that never, ever existed before.
Mm-hmm.
That's water. So 2 parts of hydrogen, 1 part of oxygen. So if it was like 2 parts of hydrogen, 2 parts of oxygen, it'd be peroxide. It wouldn't be water, it would be something else. Bottom line is that you have to 100%, no, I ain't gonna speak in absolutes, but you gotta be willing to do your own work. That's the bottom. If you're willing to do your own work and you can grade your own paper to be what you need to be for this marriage, then it's gonna work. If you don't have that, if you got one person that's willing to do all the work, do all of the things, and you got another one that's not, or just mailing it in or whatever, I'm not gonna say y'all not gonna be married, but you're not gonna be successfully married. I think successfully married is being able to survive the winds of change that a relationship goes through.
Yeah.
I just learned about menopause, bro. I had heard about it, but I didn't know what it does to a woman's body.
Sure.
Bro, I didn't know that they have shame surrounding it. And so all that popping off and all that defensiveness, I didn't know that it's just because, man, I'm living in a body that is betraying me. Mm-hmm. I do not recognize it. Mm-hmm. I don't move like this. I don't think like this. I got times in which I'm really mad at you and I don't know why. Why am I crying?
Right.
Why am I burning up sometimes, but I go to bed with a heating blanket on, with bottles of frozen water. Mm-hmm. The fan is on high. The room is on 38 degrees. Mm-hmm. And I'm kicking the covers off one moment, and then the next moment I'm all cuddled up because I'm freezing. Yeah. It's the craziest thing, and we can look at it and we can be like, "Yo, I didn't know this at all." But when you're willing to do your own work, and you're willing to have mutual empathy, and you're willing to show up for that person based on where they are, whether they lost their job, we lose our job, and let's be clear, sometimes, hey. We can go to the doctor for a pill.
Yeah.
And, ain't nobody the wiser. I don't know if it's a menopause pill.
Nope.
So it's like understanding that I'm not going to be able to bring my 50%, let's just say that, to the relationship today. You might have to hold up 75 of it. Are you good with that? Are you willing to do that because that's what's required for this moment?
Mm-hmm.
Some people say they are, and we get to that altar and we tell the boldest, brightest lie you've ever heard. Till death do you part. Nothing. Sickness, health, all of that. I'm going to be right here. And most people, man, they get married. I'm going to end it on this. They get married not to be able to be for the responsibilities of a person. People get married not for the responsibilities of the person. Oftentimes they get married for the benefits.
100%.
And if the benefits don't outweigh the responsibilities, this ain't what I signed up for.
Right.
I mean, it's not like we don't get it. But you're talking about a successful marriage, right?
Yeah.
Our forefathers and grandparents or whatever, they didn't make it no 30, 40, 50 years without no shit.
Right.
You think they didn't have shit? They had bountiful amounts of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Separate families and all this kind of stuff. But I don't know. I'm talking about that. That's a whole situation. Because, you're going to lose people every time you go down that road. Yeah, I was with you when you was talking about spending too much money, but nah, so that's my answer.
You said so much dope shit in that answer, Katie, but one of the things that kept reverberating in my brain is you said to hold people. Unpack that for us a little bit.
Yeah, what is your definition of two whole people?
So, a person that is whole has emotional awareness. They have, they're clear on their, what's the word? Not self-identity. What's the?
Emotional intelligence?
Emotional intelligence, we got that, but it's another one, like you're aware. Like when you're self-aware.
Self-aware, got it.
You have self-awareness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you just have those two, bro, you are so far on the path to being whole. Mm-hmm. Because now you know when that dopamine spike hits you,
sure.
When you drive down that street, because you do back in the day, and you're remembering it, that dopamine spike says, ooh, I like that. No matter what my mouth says, I like that. Right. Or when you feel that adrenaline rush, your face feels flush. You read in your body, you know what your body is saying. Mm-hmm. So when you take self-awareness and emotional intelligence to a relationship, you know how to use your words. Mm-hmm. How many times, man, I got into arguments, man, with my wife and just people in general, because I didn't ask for their words. I didn't ask them to tell me, what do you think? Or what made you say that? Right. So when you did like this, I assumed that meant something that it may not have meant.
Right.
You may not even been talking to me.
Right.
But the truth is, if you're not emotionally intelligent, if you do not have self-awareness, and you have that courage to ask the tough questions, the silence is not an answer. We think it is, but it ain't. Hey, when you said, I don't want to go to the spot with you, kind of said it with a tone. What did you mean by that? No, I said I don't want to go today. Yep. You missed the today part.
Right.
Oh, but I'm taking it all the way out. Right. So asking the right questions and being whole means I realize that in my life there are deficiencies and I'm willing to show up to overcome those deficiencies by myself. So even if I'm in a marriage, I'm going to bring that same energy to the marriage. Because like I said before, there are times in which you won't be able to bring your part. Mm-hmm. You got to carry somebody else's part. Yeah. Are you willing to do that?
Yeah. What I heard in the subtext of that was a whole person exercises the power of curiosity.
Very good.
Yeah.
I didn't say that, but that's pretty good. I like how you said it.
You like how you said
it. To remain curious is actually a thing.
Yeah.
But we think we know.
But curious without judgment. Because you can be curious and be like, really? Is that what you trying to tell me? You know what I mean? Tone. It matters.
Hey man, it's in the facial expression as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, so honestly, it's not what you say. Many times it is how you say it.
For sure.
It's how you say it.
Yep.
If I say, you tell me something, I say, I could not care less. Now, what I actually said was, I could not care less. That means I really care. Yeah. You get that? Yeah. I could not care less. Or they say, I could care less. I could care less.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But what I said may not necessarily match how I said it.
You said it.
It didn't always. I thought that was brilliant. I just came up with that. That's crazy. I may not have said it right, but that's crazy though.
And you didn't rhyme.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, but so it's how you say it.
Yeah.
Man, so many times, bro. My wife be hating when I be using her for example sometimes, but you know, it's just how I learned. Man, she'll say something, but that facial expression ain't right. And just think about me.
Yeah.
My highest gift is empathy.
Mm.
Man, it's to the point where I can walk in the room and I feel everything. All of it. I had my employees, they know if they don't come in right, hey, if I feel it, I'm gonna ask you one question. Hey, bro, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Okay. You don't feel right. Oh, nah, man, I'm good. I'm gonna go home today. Yeah, you might go home today.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Because I feel almost like an empath. Like I feel that. Yeah. And if you ain't willing to deal with it, or at least say what it is, I can't be around that today. And then, you know, sometimes they'll go home because they really don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But most of the time they'll be like, all right, bro, damn. Man, so. My man, appreciate you sharing. Mm-hmm. Can you get past that while you're here? Because we got stuff to do.
Right.
I feel everything, bro. And so when she sometimes says something, I know when it's not the truth. Mm. I love that. No, you don't. I don't say that out loud.
Right.
You don't love it. I just say, you love it? Curiosity. Mm-hmm. You love it? Oh, okay. What about it do you love? Okay, you're doing that thing, ain't you?
Doing that Jedi shit.
You're doing that thing, ain't you? Yeah. Because I feel it.
What was interesting, like we you know, there's some folks in the production crew. We're having a conversation right as you were arriving on set, and we were talking about toxic masculinity and marriage and whatever have you. And we were actually saying some of the same things that you were just saying in terms of whole self, curiosity, being self-aware. Yeah. So one, I thank you for not saying I'm crazy.
No,
right? Basically, it's like, but having said, I'm hearing this, so a few years ago, there was the wussification of America, right? Now it's toxic masculinity, right? Mm. What's your opinion on that and the state of where we are around masculinity as it relates to men in general, black men specifically?
I'm just curious what I mean when you say toxic masculinity, when it is said, what do you mean by that?
What's your definition of that?
I mean, sometimes you want your masculinity to be toxic AF. Because if somebody's breaking into the house, you don't want gentle masculinity, do you? I don't think y'all do.
Right.
So I think toxic masculinity, if you want to say that, is a brand of masculinity that is applied at the wrong time.
Wow.
For the wrong person in the wrong situation. Because sometimes Jesus walked in and he was delicately praying for people, and other times he flipped the table. Yeah. Did Jesus have toxic masculinity? He had the appropriate masculinity for what the moment called for. And I think that's why we have to have a broad spectrum of being clear on our emotional intelligence. Because the car got 4 tires. Mm-hmm. We be tripping like, I'm good here, my money good, my spiritual life is good. Mm-hmm. You got 3 things great, but 1 flat tire, bro, can just make you not go anywhere. And there's sometimes the people in our lives that depend on us, they need that thing that you're not showing up as. It's like them bodybuilders in prison. Mm-hmm. Prison built.
Right.
Up top looked like Lou Ferrigno, Lee Haney.
Right.
Down below.
Who they look like? Who they look like below?
A mess. A mess. So you gotta work on the whole part of it. But toxic masculinity, I hear people say that, but sometimes they say it because you're not getting the version that you need. Or maybe it's a version that's a little too tough for you. It ain't like the version is wrong. It's just too much for you. It don't mean it's toxic.
That's such a big point, KD, because it's so relative, right? Like the way I talk to my wife and the way that my wife talks to me, right? The language that we use. There are certain people that would hear that language and be like, you say those things to your wife? You talk to your wife like that? But that's how we talk. That's how we communicate. And there's no malice in it, right? So it is not toxic to her. But someone else who's not used to receiving that, there's toxicity to it. Yeah.
But she's not offended. You're not offended.
Not offended. Neither one of us are offended. In fact, it's endearing for us.
Yeah, it took an adjustment when I first saw their dynamic. I was like, huh? What? Oh, this is how they talk to each other.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Oh, what about the kids, though? Do the kids hear that and like, oh, this is what's up?
Oh, yeah.
Well, but you're empty nesters. Your kids
We're empty nesters. Our kids are 24. Blended family. I brought the boy. She brought the girl.
Nice.
But to that point, it was a gradual exposure to how we interact, right? When they were much younger, we were much more reserved with what we shared with them and how we interact with each other.
Yeah.
Now that they grown as kids, it's like, oh, no, they get us unfiltered.
No holes.
Yeah.
You the kind of parent to let your kids cuss around you?
No, they don't curse around us.
Oh my.
No, they don't curse around us.
Really?
They don't curse around us, but it's not because we said don't curse around us.
Yeah.
They just don't. We've never had to address that with them.
Wow.
Now, I would not be opposed to it if this is really the question. I would not be opposed to them cursing around me, but we would never allow them to curse at us.
Oh, well.
That's the difference.
Oh, that is a difference.
Yeah, there is. I was going to say, so you let your kids curse around you?
No.
Okay, I'm just asking.
No. I mean, y'all free. I wasn't sure. Like, we have not overcome in my house.
Well,
we still in prohibition.
Love my daughter to death. She's 16, will be 17 in a couple of months, but she tries that shit sometimes. And I was like,
does she really?
Oh.
What'd you say?
I'm like, I'm sorry, young lady. What would you just say? Because she goes,
you heard me, Dad.
No, no, just some bullshit right now. Like I may be like you and don't sound black, but I grew up black. So let's just right? Because we don't play that bullshit in my house. Like no, because I mean she goes to private school and all this other good, so that who she probably grows up, not probably who she goes to school with. But I hear little friends and they'll be on either FaceTime and like, he fucking. I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, yo, you realize I'm in earshot, right? You need to tell your friends.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. So how do you become the voice of the Atlanta Falcons?
Well, was never really the voice of the Atlanta Falcons. I was the voice of a few campaigns, et cetera, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the PSL licensing situation. Yeah. But I was the in-stadium voice for a while. Then I became the in-game host. Yeah. And I mean, I had a ball. But honestly, bro, interesting story. So Roddy White, Noisegate. So Noisegate, the person that was there in the booth, his name was Roddy White. It would pipe noise in to the top. And I won't say much about that because that's his story to tell. But okay, I don't even want to do it because let's just say he wasn't all to blame. But he took the fall.
He took
my narrative. He took the fall.
Got it.
So long story short, I got a call from Tom Marzullo. Tom Marzullo was the person who did the King of Glory shows at Green Pastures, Dr. Colette Gumby. And I did the commercial a few times and, he liked my voice. So he hits me up and says, hey, man, the Atlanta Falcons need a person to do the player introductions. Cool, I can do that, do voiceovers. Yeah. Sent it back, it was terrible. I sounded like I was introducing basketball. And for whatever reason, he said, nah, do it deeper. Stronger. And so I did. Got the gig, just like that. Here's the caveat. I didn't really understand football like that.
Oh.
So my first game, I'll never forget it. It was a preseason game. Called out player introductions. I mean, oh yeah, this is easy. I could do this. DJ Shockley comes out, and it's when he was preseason, and then they told me I had to call the plays. I said,
Play by play.
You do what? Here? I said, bro, I don't know what I'm doing. Come on, you do it. You're fine. You got a spotter here. I just tell you what to say. I was stuck like Chuck.
Yeah.
So after the game was over, and I was terrible, by the way. After the game was over, I said, hey, Roddy, thank you for the opportunity, bro, but I don't think this is for me like that. He said, okay. Tim Hanchy, who became the PA announcer, he was the spotter at the time. Timmy, tell you what, you do the play-by-plays. KD, you do all of the player introductions and the commercials and everything. We good? Yeah. All right, cool, let's go. Just like that.
Right.
And so that's how I was doing that for a while. Then Roddy left. Another person came in, Pete Soto. He said, hey, man, I was wondering, you probably won't go for this, but I kind of got an idea of like a person in the stands, like a hype man. I said, I would love to do that. I was about to leave because I was bored. I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Man, I got out there in that stands, man, and it was game over. I loved it. Till Houston.
You said till Houston?
Until Houston.
Uh-huh.
You don't understand Houston.
No.
Jesus. You a Falcon fan?
No.
You a Falcon? Houston was the Super Bowl.
Oh, you talking about when they played?
Oh,
I thought you meant Houston, the team.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's why I was like, well, what does that have to do with going?
When I say Houston.
Okay.
And associated with the Falcons?
Well, then you're talking about the Patriots
the
game.
debacle.
And
Yeah.
Okay, so clearly there's a story. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we lost. That's the story.
Okay, but I mean, okay.
I was there, and I was doing all of the hype stuff. It was a great experience. So I was hosting all of the parties. I was doing all the things. Had tickets. T.I. was behind me, like the Hawks and some of the Hawks and Guy Fury, and all the people was there.
Mm-hmm.
So I was talking major shit. Had drank maybe one or two more than I probably should have. I was going in, and then it started turning.
Yeah.
I was like, we're still good. Then I ended up sitting down. Because now I'm starting to realize, maybe I'm a little too inebriated for this moment. And then we lost the game.
Right.
And the confetti started raining down. It sounded like boulders was hitting the ground.
Yeah.
To this day, I don't know how I got back to my hotel room.
Wow.
I was in such a fog. I'd supposed to have been hosting the victory party that night. I went in and I just left. I couldn't do it. And that was terrible. That was a terrible, terrible situation. I finally watched the game like a year later just to get that monkey off my back because I wasn't good.
Yeah.
Like most people weren't good.
I mean,
so here's the thing. Y'all don't know nothing about this because who's your team?
No, I know a lot about it, but.
So you're not an NFL guy at all.
I watch it, but I don't have a team.
Okay, so you ain't vested.
Yeah.
Miami Dolphins.
You should feel my
Yes,
pain.
I understand. Trust me, I know what you're
good.
I know your pain.
No, I just want to make sure.
I know your pain.
Because you was quiet. For
Yeah, that's why when you said, what's your team? I was like, God,
yeah.
really? This is what we doing? Okay, yeah, Miami Dolphins. I'm still a Dolphins fan, although I'm starting to get disillusioned with the NFL. Not for any other reasons that I'm just liking college football more than NFL because I'm also a Cane.
Good time to be a Cane.
University of Miami. I went to school there, so
Very good.
Yeah.
So I'm want to make sure I'm tracking though, KD. So after that incident, right? After that cataclysmic incident,
You're right. I know. Like, wow.
You just walked away from it?
No. I stayed there till 2019.
Okay.
The beginning of COVID.
Okay.
When they didn't have fans there, and so there was why I'm here. If there's no fans here.
Right.
So after that, they just went in another direction.
Got it.
And so they started asking me, hey, so you want to come in and audition for this, that, and the third? It's been 15 years I've been doing this.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. And I'm not about to audition for something.
Sure.
If you want to go a different direction, go that direction.
Just say
right.
Yeah, but don't. I'm not about to do the dog and pony show.
Right.
No. It's okay if you're saying you're not in an audition. Don't play with me.
You're right.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
And they said, cool. Yeah, no, they really actually want to go in a different direction. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all I had to say.
I deserve you at least. Just tell me the truth.
Right.
And I was good, man. You get tired of stuff. You just don't like to be the one to be let go of.
Sure.
But I was tired of it.
The
crowds.
It'd run its course.
It had run its course, bro. But I enjoyed it. I love being the hype man. I like all of that. But And them crowds was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
It takes a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So what's going on in your life now? So what's the thing that is carrying the day for you and paying your bills?
We run our production company,
Mm-hmm.
Content Factory.
Yeah.
So we help people tell remarkable stories. And, the goal is to just make sure we do it from soup to nuts with a Neiman Marcus, Ritz-Carlton, Disney touch.
Yeah.
Because all of those are different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're really the same in that same category, but they're different.
They elevated brands.
Yeah, well, elevated brands, but their touch is different. They're unique. You can buy the same shirt from Neiman Marcus that you can from maybe even Macy's.
Right.
Macy's, you're gonna pay maybe $125 for the shirt. They're gonna ring it up. It'll be nice. Put it in a bag. You go on your way. Oh man, I got the shirt. Neiman Marcus. You're gonna go in. They can come behind the counter. They can shake your hand. They're gonna greet you. You can tell them you want to buy a shirt. Awesome. They're gonna walk you over to where the shirt is. But while you maybe even trying it on or whatever, when you come back out, you got some ties to go match it. They found some shoes,
Some sparkling water.
all of it. Ask you, do you want some water?
Yeah.
The whole nine. The place is gonna smell a unique smell.
Mhm.
The whole thing.
Right.
Once you buy it, they're gonna wrap it up in like the paper, put it in a nice bag. They're gonna come from behind the counter, present you their card, and then give you the bag.
Right.
Of course, you paid $275 for the shirt.
Right.
But at that point, if you have any problem with this shirt, you bring it back and talk to me personally.
That's right.
That's a touch. That's worth the upgrade of what's gonna cost.
Paying for the experience.
Yes. And so I like to be an experience curator because that's what people ultimately want. They want to have remarkable experiences.
Yeah.
And if you are in the market to be able to do that well, then we are the people for you.
Dig it.
So, what I'm hearing from you.
That was a dope ad, though.
Yeah, I wanted you to have the space.
Thank you, man.
To have the space. What I'm hearing from you in terms of your emotional journey is that you've done a lot of self-introspection over the years, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And to evolve yourself into a place of being self-aware.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What can you say to other men, and Black men in particular, to help them to get there as well?
Man, you first got to want it. At the end of the day, I can't want it more for you than you want it for yourself. And you look at your life and you see what's working. And you see what's not working.
Mm-hmm.
And what's not working, are you the problem?
Mm.
And if you are the problem, you got to show up a certain way. The thing about success, bro, is that you don't give success, true success, what you have. You can. You got to give success what success needs. So you may not have what success needs. I mean, you got to become it.
Ooh.
You got to go get it. If you say you want that success.
Say that, brother.
But it's the truth, man. We say we want top 3, top 5, in the world, but we also say things like, yeah, but man, you only human, bro. And my only question is, like, which human?
Yeah.
Am I Tom Brady human?
Mm.
Mahatma Gandhi human?
Mm.
Which human am I?
Right.
Because we come up with all of these excuses. And I'm saying, like, if you really want to be great, then you have to find out what greatness requires.
Yeah.
And you got to become it.
Yeah.
Period. So you got to know that you want it. Whatever it is, you got to know that you want it. And you have a dogged determination to go and get it. And then you surround yourself with people that are of like minds, people that will push you. And they may not always be the same.
Right.
Like, I'm an experienced curator,
Right.
but my discipline is not always the greatest.
Sure.
So I pair with a person that's heavy on discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good with doing the big stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with creating the vision.
Yeah.
I'm good with charting the course, that whole thing. But when it comes down to doing the small,
The details.
the details, terrible. I had a $27,000 invoice. This is back in the day when $27,000 was a lot of money. It still is a lot of money.
Yeah, so, yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I didn't even do the invoice because it was too much for me to think about doing an invoice and putting all of this stuff in. So I went like 6 months without getting that money.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy. Because, man, I'm good at what I'm good at. So I got to surround myself with people who suck at what I'm good at, but are great at what I suck at.
That I've never heard it quite phrased that way, right?
Neither have I.
Because usually I hear surround people that are good at what you're not, but the addition of who suck at what you're good
There
at
you go.
is something different.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Because you don't want too many yous in the room.
No, why?
Yeah.
It's a waste of space. That sounded terrible. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a waste of a person on the team. Typically, that's business. In personal lives, you got to be kind of, you got to be careful about that.
Right.
Sure.
But in business, no, bro. No, I mean, I got this. I need you to have the other stuff. Because the goal is to create, I mean, if it's a star or whatever, we need to be complete.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I got this side, you got that, you got this, you got this.
Yep.
And so if we all the same, we all up here.
Yeah.
And all this other stuff is uncovered.
Yeah.
And I don't want that.
Yeah, there's a I'm sorry.
Nope,
There is a concept called the 6 types of working genius,
The 6 types of working genius.
where with each type, they are responsible for a different aspect of getting something done, whether it be a project or whatever. So you have, like you said, the big picture person, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the people that are responsible for fleshing out that vision. And you have the people executing that vision, and the people bringing that vision home, the people expanding that vision and making sure that it's meeting the needs of the clients. Like you have to have all of the different geniuses in the room
Yeah.
to make sure that all the things are covered and that it lands appropriately.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you're the CEO of that company, or the person in charge of that company, you got to let leaders be leaders, man.
Sure.
And a lot of times they don't see things the way you see them.
Yep.
They don't.
That's true.
And you got to trust them to do their spot. Because quite frankly, why they got a job if you got to keep doing their job along with them?
All right. You hired them for a reason.
Yeah. I mean, the goal is, man, hey, man, I want you to 10X what I pay you.
Yeah, sure.
10X.
Makes
And
sense.
if I'm babysitting you, man, come on, I'm wasting the pretty. What's happening? I'm trying to put my isness on you.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, when it's necessary, I will.
Mm-hmm.
But for stuff that I ain't got bro, I don't need me. You don't want me in the accounting room. You don't want that.
Now, when you got 6 months go by and you let the invoice just
That
sit.
part. I'm way too generous. I'm way too all of that. You don't, bro, trust me. You want somebody who thinks differently than me.
Sure.
And a lot of us, man, we don't embrace that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
But I want everybody to win. Like I'm sitting here with y'all. I don't fully know what you guys do.
Yeah.
But I can see your passion. And I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to go to Columbia. You didn't think I was going to come back to that. You didn't think I was going to come back to that. Yeah.
We'll let you know when we go.
I think it's time to wrap it up.
We got time.
South Carolina? Is that? Yeah, we'll let you know when we're going.
Okay, keep playing.
But
All
hold
right,
on,
sure.
let me. What has been in this journey of self-discovery, and then we're gonna start to close. But in this journey of self-discovery, what has been your biggest emotional challenge?
Ooh, loving myself.
Mm.
Oh, that's the biggest thing, bro.
Bruh, we literally just was talking about
Yes,
this earlier.
really?
Yeah.
Loving myself, man.
Yep.
And the truth is, you can't love anybody any better than
Preach.
you love yourself. And I saw myself as a doer. I saw myself as, I don't know, man. I just felt like there's so many things that need to get done. I don't have the luxury to be sitting over in the fetal position crying about some stuff that's my responsibility to work on and to fix.
Sure.
So I remember I did this thing, monk mode. You ever heard of monk mode?
No.
Basically dealing with the shadow version of you, like shadow work.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, man, I was 5 o'clock one morning, and I got up and I was meditating. I just kind of went into this vision of sorts. I saw this kid over in the corner, dark corner. He was gaunt, man. He was really just frail almost. When I tell you this dude, he had a smile on his face. Eyes were bright, and you felt a love emanating off of him that, bro, the Grinch would have came and the heart.
Right.
Like, and I'm like, yo. And he was like smiling, saying, hey, you got something to eat? Eat. Because you're hungry. I mean, eat. I said, in my mind, I'm like, who wouldn't feed you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it broke me. It made me really, really sad. Like, who would not feed this
Right.
kid? And long story short, man, it was not food that he was missing. It was love.
Mm.
It was love from me, who was supposed to give that love to him, which, oh, by the way, he was me.
Yeah.
He
Right.
was me.
Right.
And man, I sat there with him and I told him, man, I love you, man. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I hadn't cried, man, in like 20 years. My mama died, I didn't cry.
Mm.
Because I made up my mind, bro, I ain't gonna never cry again. I was like 13 years old. So, I mean, I'd never cry again because it don't help anything anyway. And I ain't shed a tear. But in that moment, and I felt so much love for that little boy, man, I couldn't stop. Man, I was done, maybe like 30 minutes. I just said, man, I ain't never gonna leave you alone again, bro. I'm sorry. And I learned that I am my primary caretaker, not my wife, not nobody else, me. I am my primary caretaker. I'm here to give myself the love that I need. And my wife and everybody else is secondary.
Yes, sir.
So there's never a time in which she doesn't love me adequately or properly, or my children or anybody. I'm gonna always be loved because I love me. I forgive me. I'm kind to me. I'm not dismissive to me. I listen to me, bro.
Yeah.
And so all the things that love is, man, it took a long time. I ain't gonna hold you. And I'm still in that space of learning it. But I keep my cup full first. And everybody else gonna live off the overflow.
We just talked about this.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you just brought up one of the questions that we like to ask in closing, right? And the two questions, and sometimes we interject a couple more depending on how you answer them. But the first of that question, of the two questions, is what in this world makes you feel loved?
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind, man, is my relationship with God. It's my time of meditation, man. It's always, I'll never know what I'm going to get, but it's always an adventure. And in that space, I feel the most loved because I can create a strategy or a plan to get through whatever I'm getting through. Because I know I'm going to always be embraced, accepted. I can't never do nothing to make him like, I don't mess with you.
Right.
So that's one. And then this newfound relationship I found with myself. Like, I love this little nigga here. I love me.
Right.
Sometimes I don't like me.
Right.
But I love me.
But you love me.
I love me, bro. Yeah.
So the last question we like to ask is, love to get your opinion on the notion that a black man is perceived as a beast in this world. And whatever that means to you. What are your thoughts on that?
Whose notion is it? Okay, here we go. So it's not my notion per se. And I guess if I'm being honest with myself, I understand what I mean when I say beast mode. I guess it's the same thing that I mean when I say savage.
Right.
You have to have savage seasons. You got to have beast seasons in which nothing else matters except for the grind. This is something that has to get done, and again, for a season,
Right.
where everything else is locked out. Hey, man, you get something to eat, you get some sleep, and everything else, I'm laser locked in on this goal, reaching this goal. For a season, you can't live your life like that because it's not
sustainable.
Healthy. It's not healthy. It ain't sustainable.
Right.
But no, no one else has the ability to call me a beast but me. If I choose to be a beast, that's the beast that I chose to be for a limited amount of time in this season for a specific purpose. Because I had to become something else to get this done. Let me tell you something. When I say Randy Moss is a beast, when I say My man, the GOAT, man, 49ers. What my man?
Jerry
Rice.
Rice.
Jerry Rice, beast. Tom Brady, beast. But also fathers and
Yeah.
all of. So you was a beast when you had to become a beast for a season for a specific purpose. But you got to know when to lay that thing down, though, because the beast, he don't do well with reading your baby a bedtime story at night. He don't do well with being able to talk to your wife when she really needs you to understand that when she's in menopause and 4 plus 4 is 17 and a half. Wow, babe, I've never really seen it from that perspective, but tell me more. Curiosity. See? I can put my hands on the beast, but I'm not identified as him.
Oh, I love that.
I know how to get him.
Yeah.
I know how to get him. If you want him, you can get him. You can wake him up. No, that's not true. That's not true. Nobody can wake him up with me.
Right, I was going to say.
Yeah, that means you can push my buttons.
Right.
And my buttons are at a level that you can't reach. No, you can't reach. Untriggerable. It's a series I'm doing. Do not take it.
It's yours. It's yours.
I'm doing a series of Untriggerable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being on, man. I really appreciate you having me.
pleasure.
I didn't get a chance to say that in the beginning, so thank you for taking the time out of your schedule and being here, man. We really, really appreciate it.
Bro, you're welcome. Thank you for having me, man. I love what y'all are doing. My boy Vic was on with y'all.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's my dude. It's my dude. Keep doing this, man. And if you'll be willing to come on my show,
Absolutely.
I would love to. I'd love to have you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1,000%.
We're going to drink some water and we're going to drink some whatever. But whatever it is, it's going to be in a glass. On a coaster.
And with that, we're out.